between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Another run here with Sanders. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call BCR players. Guys responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that with
and rode him right out of bounds. That is caught. It's the tight end Goedert. And he's brought down after a very nice game. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Hey!
Sanders will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead it 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 60 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. ETN up the middle. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Lawrence going to get this to ETN. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 32 yards. And the Jaguars respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 63 yards receiving for him now. That last catch good enough for a first down. These two teams all tied after one. Sanders toss left side. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Etienne on the toss right.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hurts.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Devon Hamilton coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back speed.
Now he'll let it go deep right side.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
On first down, Hurts. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got on the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block...
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Linval Joseph breaking free and dropping it.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog.
Especially if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the 3 across the front. And can you get some one-on-one blocks that you can win on the perimeter? To me, that's the best place to carry the football.
On second down, Etienne once more. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Now Lawrence to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say they've made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Dancing to his left. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that will agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Running right, here's Sanders.
Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run with Sanders. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It's a gain of 13. And how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10. So a big play there on 4th. And now 1st and 10 at the 30. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. They'll go again with Sanders. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there. And now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back to throw, Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And this one is incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Lawrence. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. You're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it.